So CoryxKenshin uploaded this video today, and I really wanted to watch it and share my opinions and thoughts with you guys on the chat, and then eventually over on YouTube as well. And he's talking about racism and favoritism in the YouTube industry in this video. Presumably, I haven't watched it yet, so I'm very interested to see what he has to say, because Cory is one of those dudes that I've always had a lot of respect for. Dudes like Cory, Dante, RDC, Afro, like all these people that have managed to excel in social media and excel in this industry while being themselves, while being unapologetically black, while being just them. You know what I mean? Because as a person who is in this field as well, I know what it's like to be judged by these companies, and I know what it's like to have them ask you to tone things down or to not 100% be yourself, be more brand friendly. It's always interesting to me how us being ourselves and us being the way that we were brought up is always deemed not brand friendly. I find that to be really interesting, and honestly, it's just poorly coded racism, just straight up and honest. So I'm very, very curious to see what Cory has to say on this topic, because I think this is a topic very much worth discussing. And coming from a dude of his stature and success, I think everybody needs to be listening to this, so that way you understand what it's like when you're a person of color in this industry. Because trust me, this shit is not very kind to you. A lot of these companies can, try to save face and talk all this shit about being inclusive and being, welcoming and all that shit, but only if you fit into a certain category that they deem acceptable. And it's honestly just despicable. So without further ado, sorry for wasting y'all's time with this intro. I'm really excited to see what he has to say about this.
I'm going to try my best to articulate this video as thoroughly, as plainly, as eloquently as possible. I don't want there to be any lost context. I don't want to just look like I'm coming out of nowhere having a temper tantrum because these things are happening. The allegations I am levying towards YouTube are extremely serious, and I'm taking this video extremely seriously. YouTube, you guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two.
I think it's 100% a mix of the two, in my opinion. Obviously, sites like YouTube and Twitch especially, if you guys know anything about Twitch, you already know that they're no strangers to playing favorites. But yeah, so already I'm on board. I'm agreeing with this.
Which one is it? Here's my proof. I've been doing YouTube a long time, okay? I never want to be that guy, oh, it's because I'm black. Oh, these issues are happening because I'm black. There have been certain situations that I looked at kind of funny. I said, it could be because of that, but nah, I'm not trying to press that. I don't. The
fact that that's even a thought.
My YouTube channel. This time, I can no longer let it slide. This is the situation. August 18th, I uploaded The Mortuary Assistant. A lot of you would know it got age restricted, because the following video I did, I let you guys know it got age restricted. YouTube didn't tell me why. I saw that all these other YouTubers were playing The Mortuary Assistant, and only my video seemed to be age restricted. And I looked for like an hour, 2 hours. I was scrolling all different types of people's video. No one else's was age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this? Appeal rejected. They doubled down. The policy team said, no, Cory, your video is restricted for good reason. We're not going to tell you why, but it's restricted. That's our final decision.
So I've had a similar thing happen. And what ended up happening is that, like, years ago, I'm talking like, this was probably like 2014, 2015. I did a try not to laugh video challenge where I'm watching a compilation of like funny memes and trying not to laugh, right? Very of the times sort of content. And years later, this was like a few months ago, actually, I got a notification from YouTube saying that it violated the YouTube like guidelines, terms of service, bullshit or whatever, and that they took the video down, right? And the reason listed was because I was inciting gang violence in the video. So I was like, okay, clear mistake here. So then I appeal it. And within like 30 minutes, I get a response saying that they manually reviewed it and that they're upholding their decision, and that, yes, I was in fact inciting gang violence on a video where I'm trying not to laugh at YouTube memes. And the only way I was able to get this ban thingy lifted was when I went to Twitter and I was like, hey, this makes no fucking sense whatsoever. And then the YouTube team responded to my tweet like, oh, we'll look into this. And then magically the next day, oh, our bad. Turns out you were not inciting gang violence on your Try Not to Laugh video challenge. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy, sure. So YouTube is definitely extremely incompetent when it comes to these things. And I'm 100% confident that every time they say we've manually reviewed this, is complete bullshit. Nobody looked at that. Because there's no way you look at a you laugh, you lose challenge pretty much, and then it's like, yeah, this guy is inciting gang violence.
I said, okay. I get with my YouTube rep. I send him an email. Hey, could you look at this? This is some weird stuff going on. Only my video got age restricted. My YouTube rep, who isn't on the policy team, he looked at my video and he said, hey, it could possibly be this part at the end where the woman was battling some depression. And I'm just going to leave it there, lest this video also get age restricted just because I'm talking about it. So I looked at that part. The first thing I did was try to find other YouTubers who had that part, or at least a part similar. Now, Markiplier, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I just want you to know I have a lot of respect for you, and I didn't mean to drag you into the middle of this. Your channel just happens to be a great reference point because A, you're a really big YouTuber, and B, you're not black. So I can look at your channel, and then I can look at my channel or look at anyone else's channel and make sure that the things in the games that you play, that they're enforcing the rules equally to everybody. So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. So I send the video to my YouTube rep. I say, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. Could you send that to the policy team and see what they say about that? He said, wow, Cory, that's some astute detective work. Let me send this to them and see what they say. What do you think happened after that?
Nothing.
I'll give you a second.
I'm going to say nothing.
They came back and they removed my age restriction.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. So he appealed it the first time and they're like, no, yeah, this deserves to be there. And then you bring up a fact like, hey, this other dude didn't get age restricted for the same exact content. And now that puts them in the corner. Now they got to do something about that. Interesting. Okay. First three minutes, rather interesting. So this can definitely be the favoritism thing. Or I can also see an argument to be made that YouTube is just wildly inconsistent in general. And this could just be another case of YouTube being very inconsistent.
Took it off after they already rejected my appeal. I sent them
that's
the clip
fucked up.
of Markiplier's video that has the same thing, and they removed it. Now, my YouTube rep, he was excited. He was, oh, great, this is awesome. Look, Cory, they took the age restriction off.
But the video was age restricted during the time when it was uploaded, and the timing is everything on your YouTube videos, right? So the fact that it got age restricted, was not getting pushed out, was getting pretty much shoved down, that negatively impacts that video's growth, that video's potential revenue income and all that. So the damage is already done. So that's why when they reverse it after the fact, it doesn't matter because you already killed that video.
I said, why? I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence. So I send my YouTube rep a lengthy email detailing my feelings about the entire situation.
Okay, I'm going to read this real quick. This is actually pretty damning for them. I'm inclined to believe racism and or favoritism plays a part in this. So correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the situation. YouTube reversed the decision they doubled down on yesterday after being presented by the Markiplier clip. I'm actually more surprised they reversed it rather than tripled down and just age restricted him too. This actually speaks volumes more. All the momentum of the video has been voided for nothing now. Like I said, yep, big facts. Before I drop an expose video tomorrow with the evidence that has been presented to me, I'm hoping for some clarity that might make sense in a way to dissuade me from getting ready to stir this pot further. Can you inquire why they changed their mind and who made the decision to reinforce the age restriction yesterday, as well as their reasoning for doing so? Also, why these incidents always coincide with me trending #1 multiple days in a row. I didn't know that part. So Cory goes trending #1 when he drops a mortuary assistant video. Boom, they slap an age restriction, thus killing the video's momentum, killing everything that video was doing. Okay, interesting. I felt treatment towards me from YouTube, especially when I've been #1 trending multiple days in a row on multiple occasions, has been negative, and that my content is scrutinized heavier than a counterpart like Markiplier. This case proves exactly that, actually. Why wasn't his video monitored the moment he released it to check if it violated the self-harm guidelines? I've had a suspicion my content gets targeted/suppressed, and YouTube will make any attempt they can to kill a channel momentum, and this case, more than anything that has happened so far, proves that. While I would hope race would have nothing to do with it, how can it be proven 100% it does not? Cory. I think this is a thing that a lot of people miss out on when creators of color bring this type of stuff up. Is you never really know if you're being denied an opportunity, if you're being suppressed, or if you're being not given the same opportunity as others, if it's because of the color of your skin, if it's because of the way that you act. This is what brands be saying. If you be acting urban in your videos, bro, just say you don't want me to be black. Just say you don't want me. Just say you racist. Like, on me, I would rather these motherfuckers come out of nowhere and be like, no, sir, can you stop being brown for 2 seconds? Shut the fuck up. Oh my God, you're just. It's just shameless. But the fucked up part about this is that YouTube is so fragmented and YouTube is so inconsistent that you could realistically brush this aside as, oh, it's just YouTube being YouTube. I mean, come on. Like, YouTube fucks over everyone. Everyone gets fucked over. But what's fucked up is that you can hide genuine hatred behind that and just be like, oh, it's just YouTube, killing momentum and ruining livelihoods, one step at a time. Fuck out of here. I don't buy that shit. And especially if this is a recurring thing that Cory's been dealing with, fuck out of here. We've seen it multiple times where channels get targeted by YouTube for whatever reason and get demonetized or get age restricted and all that bullshit. It's why YouTube videos are so different now than they were years ago, because you have to be playing this fucking game so that way you don't get age restricted, so that way you don't pretty much lose your livelihood. It's disgusting. And especially a dude like Cory, a dude with this much pull, 14 million subs, going trending every time he uploads. Bro, I follow people on Twitter that say, Cory uploaded, nobody talked to me for the next 30 minutes. It's like that. This dude uploads, it's an event. Bro, fuck out of here with that bullshit, bro. I'm sorry, man. This is despicable. And what's messed up too is that if Cory is getting treated like this, 14 million subs, one of the #1 gaming on YouTube, if he's getting treated like this, how do you think the black dude with 500 subs getting treated? How do you think the up and coming creator of color with 5,000 subs 20,000 subs is getting treated. You not getting a response, my boy. You not getting a response, my boy. The only way you're getting a response is if you go on YouTube or on Twitter and just talk about your experience and get on YouTube's radar that way. That's the only way you could even hope to make any amount of change. And even then, you'll be lucky. Because I remember on Twitch, I got hit with 2 false DMCA claims back to back. Bong bong. I got DMCA'd for the same shit and I lost my channel. They said, you're indefinitely banned. You're gone off the platform. I went trending on Twitter off this shit. Still no responses. I didn't get a response until like a week later when they were like, oh yeah, my bad. By the way, you're not banned no more. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, could you imagine though if I was somebody with like more pull, if I was one of Twitch's, if I was buddy with the niggas over at Twitch though, could you imagine what that would have been like? Like, I'm sorry, like Twitch and YouTube, they both like, it's like kind of a mirror. They both have like they both have similar issues, and it's fucked up. It's disgusting. Like, this is our livelihood. This is our passion. Like, just get it together, man. It's disappointing.
Feeling like there was some favoritism at play. There was either that or some racism at play, and that I would like to sit down with the policy team and figure out why my video was flagged in the first place. Actually, number one, was it automated or was it a human that age restricted in the first place? Number two, who was the human reviewer? Because it's a human reviewer once you submit an appeal. Who was the human reviewer that doubled down and rejected my appeal?
I'm going to say it again. I do not believe that when they say a human reviewer reviewed it, I don't think that's true. Because I've seen too many instances now, or maybe it's not true 100% of the time, because I've seen too many instances now where you will appeal something, a decision that YouTube has made, and then within like minutes, they'll say a human manually viewed it and decided to uphold their original decision. I see this happen all the time. There is countless evidence to support this claim. And what's messed up is that when has YouTube ever responded swiftly or quickly to anything? You're telling me that they have the staff to have a human manually review each appeal that comes in within minutes? There's just no way. There's no way. Now, for somebody like Cory, you would hope that, yeah, I mean, it's fucking CoryxKenshin. You would hope a human reviewer had looked at that. But I'm of the mindset that there's just no shot. I think it's still automated, even when they say a human did it. I think they say, oh, a human reviewed this and determined, yeah, you did mess up. So the way most people would be like, oh, well, they said a human did it, so I guess I'll just fuck off now. This video was uploaded today.
Number three, why did it take Markiplier's clip in order for them to reverse the decision? My YouTube rep gets back with me. He wants to hop on a call. We get on the phone for about 10, 15 minutes, and I tell him, I've been feeling like this for a long time. I've been feeling like every single time that I come back to YouTube, I'm #1 trending for a few days, and then they find some arbitrary issue. They nitpick and they try and find something that they can incriminate me for and try to push me down. You don't believe me? What happened the last time I came back and I was #1 trending for like a week? They copyright struck me for a video that was in 2019 or something like that. Why don't these issues ever crop up when I'm not uploading? I mean, I'm not on YouTube like 9 months out of the year. Nothing ever happens until I come back and I start uploading again, and I'm getting my numbers, they're climbing, they're exploding, I'm #1 trending, and then they're like, hey, we need to stop him. We need to, this black man, he's getting too many views. He's getting too much exposure, too much activity. Hold that thought. Let's get back to the current situation. So my YouTube rep assures me he's going to continue this dialogue with the policy team and try to get some answers to those 3 questions that I had. So another day, another 2 days go by, and what do you know? They age restricted the video.
Oh, hell nah. Oh, hell nah. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. They're like, oh, you just couldn't take our decision, huh? You had to start acting out of line. Nah, hold this again. Get the fuck, boy, if you don't. Nah. There's no way you could tell me that wasn't deliberate. That was either one, deliberate, or two, your automated systems being trash, both of which are horrible outcomes that you don't want to happen. You're YouTube, for fuck's sake.
They age restricted the video.
Nah.
I say, no way did they do that. I go to Markiplier's video now, and now his video is age restricted.
Oh, bruh. We're not racist. See, we got Markiplier too. See, we're not. See, yeah, we got Markiplier too. See, we got him. Just like you said. Boy. Oh, nah.
They got caught with their pants down. They got called out, and then they had to go back and say, oh, whoa. Okay, we see the narrative that he's kind of pushing here. We need to take some steps back. We need to just age restrict them both and be done with it. You thought that I wasn't going to, like, talk about this, make a video about it? You realize how bad this looks for you, YouTube.
It does look bad. You
realize how unfair this comes across.
Yep.
I, in all my years, have never seen a video get age restricted, de-age restricted, and then age restricted again. Have any of you ever seen that happen before?
Never seen that.
I saw that there was some unfair stuff going on. So then they tried to appease me by de-age restricting the video. I say, wait, why are you doing that? Because I sent Markiplier's clip. And then they say, oh, okay, well, let's just age restrict them both. Why is my channel so much more heavily scrutinized than my peers? My peers, and when I say peers, I mean people around my level, around my view count, just to keep it simple. Why is my channel so much more thoroughly scrutinized? Especially so when I've been #1 trending multiple days in a row, which I've done multiple times. And every single time I start to get an uptick in traction, an uptick in activity, here comes YouTube coming through. Hey, let's get him for that video from 2019. Yeah, you see this, Cory? No, this is bad. It wasn't bad the 9 months that I was off the platform. It was only bad when I got back and I was #1 trending.
Okay, this is pretty damning. I feel like the video started off and I could already tell people were going to be like, oh, that's just YouTube being YouTube now. But it's 100% seeming very targeted at this point. Like, no matter who you are, like, I feel like you would have to admit at this point that whether it's YouTube's algorithm, YouTube's automated system, or people genuinely at YouTube, something about Cory's channel got him on their radar, and now they're actively going after him. Now, is it algorithm shit? Is it YouTube bots or whatever the fuck? Who knows? But I am tired of giving YouTube a pass for shitty fucking behavior and then just pawning it off like, oh, it's just the YouTube bots fucking up. It shouldn't be that way. If it's YouTube bots, if it's algorithms, change the fucking algorithm. You know what I mean? And obviously, the worst case scenario would be that there's actually people at YouTube specifically targeting dudes like Cory or who is in their line of fire.
This situation was only bad because I've been #1 trending since I got back. Every other YouTuber has uploaded the mortuary assistant. And now they're about to start putting in some age restrictions because I called them out on some unfair behavior. Now, I realize that when you call someone a racist, that's a very, very serious accusation. And for that matter, how do you expressly prove that someone is a racist? I mean, unless they're spamming the N-word in the chat. How do you really know? And admittedly, I cannot 100% prove that race had everything to do with this. But I can tell you the people on that policy team, those shadow people that are anonymous and get to enact their will however they see fit. How can we be sure that they take a black person's video and a white person's video and it can be the same exact video?
You can't be sure.
and they restrict
You
the
can't.
black person's video, but not the white person's video. I feel I've been mistreated for a long time. I mean, even when we hit 10 million subscribers and I was supposed to get my diamond play button and there was no correspondence, these situations always coincide with an uptick of growth. And it always just comes off like we can't let this black guy get too high up.
This is why I always say, like, if you are a person of color, if you are a minority on these platforms, you have to like outwork and outshine like your peers, like twofold, fivefold type beat. You know what I mean? You have to work extra hard just for being born the way you're born, just for being you. You know what I mean? Like, it is so fucking infuriating. And I've talked about this a lot. Now, I know I make absolutely no attempts to be family friendly. Like, I am the antithesis of family friendly. But it really pisses me off when I see dudes that just so happen to be fairer skin, aka the Caucasians, you get me? When I see these dudes saying similar shit to me or saying things even worse than what I say. And what is that called? It's not called problematic. It's not called it's not called brand risk. It's called dark humor, edgy humor. Oh, that's so I can't believe you'd say that, dude. That's so messed up, dude. That's lit, bro. Oh my, dude, you're a fucking menace, dude. But I say it. Oh, of course brands don't want to work with you, Omega. You say stuff like this. Bro, I'm tired of that fucking excuse. It is absolute bullshit. If a white dude says the shit I say, oh, that's just him being, that's funny. Oh my god, dude. You're a menace. But then I say, whoa, calm down there. Calm down there, buddy. You're brand risk. Dude, I'm sick of, I've been dealing with this shit for years. I've seen shit like this happen for years. You want to talk about code switching? This is why people have to code switch. Because if you don't, you have to work extra hard. You have to be like, you either have to be overtly family friendly, overtly like, hey guys, look at me, I'm good for brand. Or you just get them pushed down because they love to use the people that are more family friendly, which, by the way, no shade to them. That's how they want to run their content. It's your bag. I'm happy for you. Do your thing. Some people are just genuinely like that. That's fine. It's cool. And I understand that people that are more family friendly, that are more acceptable to brands in their behavior, they're going to get more opportunities, more looks. I ain't mad at that. Go ahead. Go for it. But what I won't stand for is seeing people that say worse shit than me, that do worse shit than me, or are similar to my kind of sense of humor, and they get looks, they get opportunities, they get their shit brushed under the rug, they get, oh, that's just dark humor, that's just edgy humor, blah, 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 whatever, and then I'm getting fucked. Nah. I'm off that shit. I'm done with it, bro. I am done. I am so happy that Cory made this video. In fact, I would like him to go even deeper into this scenario, because obviously he's being targeted by YouTube and this is messed up. But this doesn't even go into what you have to deal with when you're working with brands, when you're working with when you're getting activations or integrations or whatever. Like, the shit that you have to deal with is crazy to me, bro. It's just crazy.
I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm telling you, that's how it comes off. I don't see any other YouTuber that gets #1 trending many times, and then all of a sudden they're getting age restricted and they're getting copyright strikes and all of that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Point them out. I want to see them. I'll retract this entire video. I'll make a public apology to YouTube. I have no problem. My dad taught me, if you make a mistake, be a man and address it and apologize. I will do that, no problem. But to me, you know what it comes off? It comes off whenever CoryKenshin starts doing some crazy numbers or getting on trending too much, we got to find something. We got to get them for something. It's got to have done something. I mean, I bleep out cuss words in video games. Like I literally, this is the YouTuber that you want to have smoke with and have problems with. I believe there is some racism involved within the policy team, and YouTube in general really doesn't care about black people like that. They got their favorite creators. You know, log out of YouTube. Log out and go to, you'll see the people on the front page every single day. You'll see the favorites. Count how many are black. Count how many are of people of color. So then what does YouTube?
Spitting. And I know I'm looking at this from like the Twitch side. I know I'm not much of a YouTuber myself, but a lot of these sentiments that he's saying is very familiar to me.
To try and do, they try and peddle YouTube black. They try and give us a spotlight, and
I got you,
how
Zach.
condescending and patronizing that is. Oh yeah, let's give a spotlight to these black creators because we're all about diversity. All this communicates is black people aren't good enough on their own skill, on their own merits, on their own talent. So we got to give them a spotlight. We got to come down and raise them up so they can get some spotlight action. Well, how about you save all that YouTube black, all that fake patronage, all that fake pandering that you guys do. And when you have a black creator coming to you repeatedly saying, why am I being treated differently than other creators? And then you come back and, oh, we got to age restricted. And then, oh, no, we got.
Ain't Mark Asian, though? The thing is that, like, this is how, like, fucked up racism is, right? I don't actually know Mark's ethnicity or race or anything like that. But there is such thing as what they call a model minority. You know what I mean? And that's a whole other issue that we could get into. But also, like, it just really does depend on if you're if you're white passing. It just is what it is, right? So like you have model minorities, right? And in America, like they consider Asian people to be model minorities, which is like what the fuck? Like do y'all not realize how just like inherently racist you motherfuckers are sounding right? But whatever, that's one thing. But also, if you're white passing, you do get a lot more privilege than other folks out there. That's why there's this whole concept of like colorism and all that shit, right? And how even if you are black, right, the more fair skinned you are, the more favorably people will look at you. You know what I mean? The more favorably you'll appear to brands like or to appear to YouTube or Twitch, right? Like there's countless points of evidence to back this up, to support this. Out of the scope of this video, I feel like I've already wasted enough of your guys' time talking about this. But you know, this is something that I would talk about more. So if you guys do want me to talk about it more, let me know. But there's countless videos you can watch on stuff like this.
He's on to us. Okay, we got to age restrict them both. Fake! It's fake. That's what it is. I am deeply sorry that this came off as a rant. You know, in the beginning,
do not apologize, bro.
My emotions out.
Do not.
I wanted to stay logical, stay on the things that I could prove. I gave you the facts, but it also turned into me venting the emotions that I've had built up around YouTube.
And that's within your right.
That I have to upload this on YouTube, but where else am I going to upload it? You know, I worked hard. I built this community from the ground. It's taken me over a decade.
Yes, sir.
And I would have just hoped that the playing field was fair and that, hey, if I did something bad, then everybody else who also did that thing should get punished too. Is that unreasonable? I have no problem being punished. I have no problem if I break a rule that I get punished for it and I learn. But when you start like when it's targeted, when you're doing things only because I'm like getting bigger, or I don't know how it always seems to coincide with that situation. But that's just what it is. Now, if my YouTube channel gets shadow banned, or they like, they start like not sending my videos out to my
The thing, you know what's crazy though? Like, I feel like Cory is the type of dude where, like, if YouTube did try to like shadow ban him or not push his videos out, like this dude has such a strong community. Like, at this point, you not getting rid of Cory. Like, you not. Like, if anything, you're making it infinitely worse for yourself by even trying to do that. Like, they don't understand how important a creator like Cory is to everybody. I feel like if you are a creator yourself, like, how do you not get inspired by Cory? Look at all he's been able to achieve in his career. It's motivating, it's inspiring. You know what I mean? Like, seeing dudes like this, like, damn, like, this dude is up there. You know what I'm saying? He's up there with all the greats, all the big YouTubers. And he just like me for real. You know what I mean? Oh, he like me, he just like me for real. You know what I mean? Like, that's a motivating thing to see shit like that happen. And it makes it feel like, damn, maybe I could do that shit too. Because obviously, like, growing up and in YouTube's infancy and stuff, we didn't see like a lot of representation for people of color and shit like that. You know what I mean? So seeing a black man prominently dominating and in the gaming space, I could rant about how racist the gaming space is day in and day out. Again, out of the scope of this video, but trust me, I got words for it. To see him like thriving under the, like, it's awesome to see that shit happen. He is a pillar of the community. He is so important. Like, again, dudes like Cory, Dante, RDC, Afro, like all these types of creators doing great shit. Like, these are pillars of the community. You can never get rid of them. You just can't.
Subscribers, or in a couple months from now, y'all just stop seeing my videos. We know why. I mean, those shadows behind the scenes, they control it all. They control all of it. If they don't want my channel, they could terminate it right now. They could hide my videos. They could shadow ban me, not send my videos out to anybody. That's why I thought long and hard before I recorded this. But as one of the biggest black creators on the platform, I want you to hear it from my mouth that there is some shady business going on behind the scenes at YouTube. Hey guys, how you doing?
Nope.
I'm gonna.
Okay, people keep telling me to read the pinned comment. This video was immediately flagged for ad suitability. I wonder why. Surely it isn't because it's YouTube being shown in a poor light. Surely not. YouTube, buddy, you got to get it together. You got to get it together. I feel like people are going to say, hey, it's because he has racism in the title. Like, shit like this can get your shit flagged for ad suitability. But given the context of the video, it's not a strong look for YouTube. This is not what you want to have happen. Okay, it makes you look even worse. YouTube, get it the fuck together. Like, you owe an explanation to everybody, but at the same time, do you think we will get an explanation? Do you think so? I don't. I don't have faith in YouTube's ability to communicate with that. I don't have faith that YouTube will do the right thing here. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. I don't know. But the fact that Cory has to go through one of the #1 gaming YouTubers out there, regardless of race, bro, think about what every other creator also has to go through. If at the top, this is how you get treated, at the top, this is fucked up, man. This is fucked up. Anyways, this was my video on CoryxKenshin and his rant on YouTube. Do I think he is right about YouTube? Absolutely. I do. You know, I've seen shit happen too many times to too many creators. He's absolutely right. I will leave this video and Cory's channel linked in the description. Y'all already know who the fuck he is. Who am I kidding? But go run this video up, like this video, spam this video, blow this shit up. YouTube can't ignore this shit.